With the recent announcement that season 2019-20 was officially over for the club, Lisburn Distillery took the opportunity to host an informal end-of-season player award ceremony after their most recent training session. Given the disappointing way that the season has been forced to play itself out due to the impact of the COVID-19 virus, it would probably have just been easier to consign the latest campaign to the annals of history. But the general consensus within the distillery support was that the players still deserve to be recognised for their efforts over the last 6 months, especially those youngsters who had been part of the club's under-20 setup, which had only reformed at the start of the season. Having the under-20s back on the pitch has been a major asset for the club. However, as head coach Simon Wragg explains, it did take them a while to find their feet in the Championship Development League.
It felt like the season was split very much into two. The first half of the season we were just trying to find our feet, get a team out, trying to compete. In the second half we strengthened really well, picked up a lot of points in the second half, and I think had the season not curtailed, then we would have finished pushing towards that top half of the table.
The success of the under-20s on the pitch has saw several players being rewarded by being given the opportunity to make their Irish League debuts in the Distillery first team this season. A benefit to the club that hasn't gone unnoticed.
I think the main benefit is definitely how many have moved up into the first team. You've seen that with the likes of Jack Grattan's been up there, Alex, you've had Graham Weatherhead, Neil Forbes on the bench, Ryan Francie's been in there. So there's been lots of times, there's been opportunities to move up, and when they have moved up, they've done well. Now with the change of management, there's an opportunity for them to move in the pre-season and hopefully become established first team players.
With social distancing still very much at the forefront of people's minds, the awards presentation event was a deliberately low-key affair, with only the playing and coaching staff and a limited number of club volunteers attending the awards. Under-20s awards on the day were made to Jack Grattan for Players Player of the Year, Ryan Francie for Top Goal Scorer, and Jack Grattan once again, this time for Coach's Player of the Season. For the first team, top goal scorer went to Mikey Withers, with Club Player of the Season going to Chris Getty. Timmy Clark was voted as Players Player of the Season, whilst it was that man Getty once again who scooped the Dunville's Whisky Player of the Season. Few would have denied Chris's accolades. However, the man himself seems somewhat surprised to have been announced as the winner, with his humility at receiving the awards matched only by his sense of optimism for the new season ahead.
Yeah, a bit surprising. Disappointing the end of the season, but I suppose it's nice to get personal accolades. So I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who voted and for throughout the season. Hopefully again more next year. I think Johnny and Ryan have brought a fresh breath into the club. So I think every player, not just myself, is buzzing to get going again for next year.
And so concludes season 2019-20 for Lisburn Distillery. A season which promised so much, but ultimately delivered so little.